Child, boo, will you look at this?
I was to call CPS for the sloths of the world that keep saying, oh, you're calling CPS on yourself. No,
You are.
I am not. If I was to call CPS on myself, I would literally say I called CPS on myself. All you have to do if you would like to call CPS on yourself, Child Protective Services, to receive services is call them and say, hi, my name is Peaches McIntyre and I am a parent in need of assistance. It's summertime and I need childcare for my children so that I can work. I cannot afford it on my own. I also need some therapy because my mental health, I just really need somebody to point me in the right direction. I would just call them on myself and say those things. I wouldn't make up a fictitious allegation and have them show up to.
I completely disagree. In this particular instance, that's exactly what you would have to do. In order to guarantee that you get the assistance, there would have to be a need. You wouldn't fictitiously call them and say you need assistance and take a chance on them not giving you what you want. We know how crazy you are for Wood and how you want him to be able to gallivant up and down the highways and byways with you, which is the reason you would do that.
My house and pretend like I'm somebody else. It's called a parent in need of assistance. Also, I wouldn't call CPS and tell them I need mental help, especially if I was like a struggling parent, because you have Medicaid, you could just go to the fucking doctor. And even if you don't have Medicaid, you could just pay for a therapy session, even if you do it online. But hey,
What you have done is let us know that you do have Medicaid. What you've also done is let us know that you have an open case with DHS. You said that when the police was at your house and you tried to explain how they had your information. So keep on talking. You are telling on yourself. And the reason that you would do the not in need of assistance thing is number one, you just had a case and you didn't take the help that they offered you. So for you to call back and say you needed help and you are a woman with a husband that is sitting at home, why would they help you? Why would they give you anything? And then when it came to the mental health situation, we all know you mental help or need mental help. The only person that don't know is your ass. Another thing is you keep bringing them people to your house and you are going to end up in a situation that they are going to do a separation just for observation purposes because you do not conduct yourself as a person who has good mental health.
the point of the matter is you do not have to have anybody call CPS on you to receive services. You can call on yourself. I have called on myself in the past and I did exactly that. Hi, I'm a parent in need of assistance. I don't have anyone to watch my children so that I can work. I'm not signing up for cash assistance to get child care because I actually have income and that wouldn't work. I'm not calling what's the name? I'm not going to go to school readiness to get childcare assistance because the wait list back then, I think now it's shorter, but back then the wait list used to be 2 years long.
Here's another thing, Peach, that you think we don't think about, but we know it exists. The fact of you calling versus having the ability to say someone called is going to get people talking. And the more people talk about the situation, the more views you're going to get. That is the biggest reason you would call because you can make a big stink about someone's calling on you. Oh my gosh, they're hating. Oh my God, what did you call people at the beginning of this? A sloth. You want a reason to create drama, which creates conversation, which creates views. Sweetie, we not new to this. We true to this.
The only way to get child care fast was to call Child Protective Services on yourself. You get to keep it for 60 days. And after the 60 days, as long as you meet the income requirements, you get to keep it for 2 years. If you don't meet the income requirement, you just got it for 60 days and then that's it. But at least you got some free child care or reduced child care. It ain't that much. So back to the subject. Let me summarize it for those of you who lack comprehension skills. Peach McIntyre is not currently calling Child Protective Services on herself. The haters on the internet, the broken people.
The statement that she made is the very reason that she would conduct herself this way, because it gives her the ability to call people names, to create drama that will in turn again create conversation. She needs that. She revels in that. She likes to be the keyboard killer, so to speak. She doesn't want to be in a real confrontation because she's going to end up on the ground like Ashley had her behind. She want to be on the ground the fake way, behind the screen, doing videos, talking trash and acting like a victim. If you guys paid attention to how she was speaking in that video, she was scared. Or at least she was faking scared. She was, let me say this, she was nervous. Because that situation could have went a totally different way as opposed to how it went.
The single mothers who pity themselves and feel like, oh, it's because I'm a single mom, that they're not successful, are calling Child Protective Services on me, hoping that my children will get taken away so that I will be broken down and broken like them. It will never, never say never, it will never happen. All right?
Peach is a neglectful parent. She is not an abusive parent. She is not a person who has her kids in a position, even though a lot of us, see things that definitely should be better. She's not a person that has her kids constantly in the position that they need to be removed from her home. What she does need is mental health skills. She needs parent training, and she needs to learn to handle the situation that she put herself in. She loathes and hates herself. Everything that she says to other people, deep down, that's how she feels about herself. Being broken, that's how she feels about herself. Having hatred, that's how she feels about herself. All of these things is what she feels about herself. And because of that, she can speak with such disdain, not only disdain, but she can also speak with grave detail because these things that she says is how she's felt about herself for quite some time. Why won't she leave Wood? Because she don't think she could do better. She feels he's the absolute best. And as a narcissist, it is probably almost impossible for her to see it any other way. This girl does have problems, but y'all, those kids would definitely be affected negatively if they were removed. Now, one thing I do think that she needs to be monitored on is the care that she gives those kids, making sure that they're getting appointments and things of that nature. She even mentioned something about her neck, and saying that like she does everything she's supposed to and things are so great. Y'all, it's all a facade. But what it isn't is a reason for people to be calling social services. If you do not know that girl personally, you really shouldn't be calling because you really don't know the situation that she is in or that those children are in. And you could really be putting them in a worse situation. There's a lot that goes into that. So for anybody who did call, I don't think they should have. But as far as Peach is concerned, trouble. And that's all I'm going to say. Tell me what you guys think about what I've said here. Tell me, do you guys think she is neglectful or abusive? They only take kids if there is abuse involved or if there is danger involved. Neglect is something that they can redirect into a positive situation usually. So tell me what you guys think, and we'll talk about it in the comments below. Dress yourself in one of the expressive t-shirts from Kush Online. Over 109 styles and 18 colors. Kush takes the stress out of getting dressed. Okay, Grandma. Now take us on out of here.
Oh my God!
You the ugliest bitch I ever seen.
Me?
Police, come get this muddy person.
Me or you?
You just tough my bitch.
Damn, Grandma, you gonna get me fired. Dang. Stop what you're doing and go follow Gamble with Mish right now.